Okay, so we got our winners and losers from Championship Sunday. All right, Mario, I'm ready to name our winners and losers. I'll start off with the losers. In our first loser we picked was Kevin King. Here's why he's our loser, right? He let go of a last-second TD in the first half of the game to Scotty Miller, right? But wait, there's more. He gave up a Russian TD to Leonard Fournette, which, by the way, that was a nice juke. I ain't gonna lie, that was a nice juke. And he gave up another passing TD to Mike Evans in like the first 5 minutes of the game. Look, man, you can't be doing that, especially in a game where you need to win, right? Can't be doing that. It's unacceptable. It really is. Now, am I saying what? Am I saying you know, obviously what I'm saying is like you gotta guard him pretty bad. Gotta guard him really well. Something you've been doing all season, and now to flounder in the game of quite possibly the game of your lifetime. That's something you can't be doing. Now obviously we were expecting the Buccaneers to score TDs like it was nothing, but for him to let up three of them on three different guys, it's unacceptable. You can't be doing that. So with that said, Kevin King is a loser. Our second loser, this one's actually really interesting because we've never had a coach as our loser before, ever. I don't think so. Matt LaFleur is a loser. Let me explain to you guys. All right. Here's why Matt LaFleur is a loser. When you have less than 3 minutes left, right? The game is on your hands, right? The fate of the game, right, is in your hands, right? You're at a 4th and goal on the 5-yard line with Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback. What do? Answer that question. What do? You go for it, right? You go for it. What does he do? Go for a field goal. Take your chances. Let me explain something to you, all right? Now, if this was any other game, I wouldn't got mad. But this is the game of their life. This is the game that determines which team goes to the Super Bowl and not. And mind you, Tom Brady is the quarterback for the other team. This dude knows how to read a clock like it's nothing. So why are you going for a field goal with less than 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter of the NFC Championship game at Lambeau Field? What are you doing with Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback? I don't know what's worse, Kevin King letting go of 3 TDs or Matt LaFleur that last call. And I'm going to be honest with you. The refs were pretty bad in that game. They did take away a lot of opportunities. I'm going to tell you right now, the Packers coaching was very questionable that entire game. And Matt LaFleur is the centerpiece of that. And I'm going to be honest. I think this choice of his for kicking a field goal instead of going for it on a 4th and goal with less than 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter of the NFC Championship game is going to haunt him for a while. Is he going to get fired? No, I don't think he should get fired. But I think this is a choice that's gonna taint him for a while. That's just a choice that I sat there. I was just like, the hell is this dude doing? You're at a 4th and goal. You're less than 5 yards away from the end zone. Just go for it, dude. And then go a 2-point conversion. You're up by 1. But he didn't do that, and because of that, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to the Super Bowl. And they're also the first team to play the Super Bowl on their own field. I thank Matt LaFleur for that one. And our third loser of the day is Aaron Jones. He had 6 rushing attempts, 27 yards, 2 fumbles, and 1 loss. Look, man, like I said before, the coaching staff was a key piece as to why the Packers lost. Very questionable decisions. But it's not just the coaches, the players too. Kevin King, one of them gave up 3 TDs to 3 different people, and Aaron Jones not doing his job on offense. I mean, of course, maybe he wasn't given the ball that much. But the problem with that is when you're given the ball, especially at very minimal times, you gotta take the chance, And the fact that he fumbled twice and lost one of them, the Buccaneers defense just took advantage of the fact that he fumbled the ball twice. They recovered one of them. And Aaron Jones, because of that, is a loser on this list. So Mario, I'll give it to you, and I'll let you review my losers, or our losers, I should say.
Yeah, so I'll start with Kevin King. So, yeah, Kevin King did not have a good game. I'm going to keep it real. He did not. They were close, but Kevin King was a major reason on them losing this game, basically. You start off with the last play of the second half. First of all, I just want to blame that on the defensive coordinator as well. Let me explain something, Nate. There's 5 seconds left, okay? Brady is like 5 yards away from he's 5 yards away from the line of scrimmage. What do you think the play is going to be? A throw.
Right.
So knowing that there's 5 seconds left and even if he throws a short pass and the guy runs it, he's gonna have to, like, even if he gets tackled, the half is over. You know that, right?
Right.
So why are you playing man? That's my question. Now, Scotty Miller's not the best wide receiver on the Bucks. He's not. But regardless of that, you need to play zone. You need to play deep zone defense. You need to make sure that the one thing that Tom Brady can't get is that touchdown, and he got it. Why? Because Kevin King was squared up against Scotty Miller, and Scotty Miller absolutely bursted him. People don't understand Scotty Miller is a fast receiver. Scotty Miller is a very good, fast receiver. I learned that when he played the Vikings and he burnt one of my corners. He's a very fast wide receiver. And for you to have Kevin King one-on-one with him, that was just unnecessary. But Kevin King's job is to make sure that touchdown does not get allowed. You know what I'm saying? If you got to play even deeper, do it. I don't care if your coach disagrees with you or not. I do not care. But you cannot let go of that touchdown. That's exactly what he did. And for that, Kevin King's a loser. Matt LaFleur, here's why I'm going to disagree with you on him being a loser. I'm not saying that the play he made was correct. That's all I'm saying. It was absolutely wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'd go for it, especially if I think it was 4th and inches too, or 4th and 1.
It was it was like 14 inches.
Yeah, and they didn't go for it. I completely agree with you. He should have went for it, especially when you have Aaron Rodgers, who could have easily just ran a yard for it. You know what I'm saying? Or you could have even handed it to Aaron Jones, and Aaron Jones could have ran a yard with it. Here's the thing. This is why I don't put him as a loser. If you're going to put him as a loser, Sean McDermott deserves that same thing too. Because how many times in that Bills game did Sean McDermott kick a field goal instead of going for it? The score of the second, it was 5 seconds left, I think, and I think it was 12 seconds left. I think it was like in the second half, something like that. And it was like 4th and 3. Why not go for it? You have why not go for it? You know what I'm saying? You have a chance to you're on like the 5-yard, you have a chance to to get closer to the game. No, you kick a field goal. Why? You do realize that you're down by 2 scores still, and you would have to stop Patrick Mahomes, which is highly unlikely. With that being said, the Packers have Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback. As much as I'm not a big fan of Aaron Rodgers, most likely he would have got that yard. You know what I'm saying? So I agree that Matt LaFleur made a poor decision, but if you're gonna put him as a loser, I respect the choice. But if you're gonna put him as a loser, then I think Sean McDermott deserves to be in the same boat, because both of them wanted to play it safe in an NFC Championship game. Don't be doing that, okay? Because at the end of the day, they're giving the ball back to Tom Brady, and the Bills are giving the ball back to Patrick Mahomes. It's a lose-lose situation. Don't do it. Last but not least, Aaron Jones. I absolutely agree. He is a loser. Now, it's not all his fault, okay? For him to only get the ball 6 times that game, actually a total of 7 times, one of them was a reception. For him to only get it that many times, that's sad.
Yeah, right.
Aaron Jones is probably he's definitely in the top 10 for running backs, okay? And for him to only get the ball 7 times that total in that game, that is ridiculous. Now, with that being said, out of the six rushes that you had, 2 of them you fumbled. That's unnecessary too. You know what I'm saying? Secure the ball, okay? That's it. Secure the ball. You fumbled twice, you lost 1. And that 1 ball that you lost could have probably made a difference in that game. So with that being said, that's why I agree that Aaron Jones is a loser. Now, with that being said, you know what? Let's get off this negative topic with the losers, Nate, because we always start with the negative just to get to the positive. That's what I love about our show. So let's start off with the first winner, Shaq Barrett. Let me tell you something. Shaq Barrett, I think this Buccaneers defense is very underrated. Especially these 3 guys right here. Levante David, Devin White, Shaq Barrett. Those 3 guys are probably the most underrated linebackers in the game. I'm being real with you. Levante David is such a great linebacker. He's basically can do anything. Devin White's almost the same thing, except he's still trying to reach his full potential, which he will get to. And Shaq Barrett, we're talking about a guy who I think led the league in sacks like the last year, and nobody talks about him. Shaq Barrett had 5 tackles, 3 sacks, and 2 tackles for loss last game. If you're gonna tell me that wasn't a defensive impact, I don't know what is. That's our first winner. Number 2 is Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, we're gonna put him as our winner. Now, I know you're saying it's Patrick Mahomes, but like, come on, he deserves to be on this list. He went 29 for 38, 325 yards with 3 TDs and no interceptions. That's obviously a winner stat right there, and we're accustomed to seeing Patrick Mahomes be a winner because that's what he is. You know what I'm saying? I thought the Bills were gonna beat him. I was wrong. I'll admit I'm wrong. We thought the Buccaneers were going to get more than 9 wins. They said Mario and Nate, shut your mouth and watch us go to the Super Bowl. and we had to and we sat back and watched. So with that, we are wrong. I am wrong, and I will take forward, and I will admit that right here on camera. But hey, I mean, congratulations to Patrick Mahomes. Last but not least, this was a tough one. It was between Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce because Tyreek Hill had 9 receptions and 172 yards, but I gave it to Travis Kelce. And the reason why is Travis Kelce had 13 receptions, 118 yards, and he had 2 touchdowns. I think him having those 2 touchdowns, I think, was a bigger impact than the yards that Tyreek Hill got, in my opinion. That's what I believe. I think Travis Kelce was absolutely a big threat in this game, just like Tyreek Hill. But I think when it came to the most important parts of that game, I think Travis Kelce had more of them. And with that being said, that is why he is my winner. So Nate, now it's on you. Your review.
Shaq Barrett, like we said, I'll start with Shaq Barrett. Like you said, very underrated defense along with Devin White and
Levante David.
Levante David. Yeah, I always get his name mixed up. Yeah, I mean, he did his job. 5 tackles, 3 sacks, 2 tackles for a loss. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. He took advantage of those 5 tackles and turned them into more than just 5 tackles. As for Patrick Mahomes, like you said, I mean, I'm willing to admit it. I said the Bucs weren't going to be good, and I said the Bills were a better team than the Chiefs. And this game proved who was going to be a better team, and the Chiefs, they proved to be a better team. And because of that, I apologize as well on camera. As for Patrick Mahomes, a lot of guys say, everybody rides the wave, everybody rides the bandwagon. Fine, but you got to give this dude credit. All right, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and he's only been in the league for 3-4 years, and he's already got a resume of a Hall of Famer. I wouldn't go that far right now, but he will. Trust me, he will in the next couple of years. As for Travis Kelce, yeah, that one was a little tough. I wouldn't have been mad either way. Because Tyreek Hill does his thing. He put up almost 200 yards receiving. But I'm not mad with the Travis Kelce one. I wouldn't be mad about it either way. I think like you said, the 2 TDs contributed more than the 170 yards of Tyreek Hill did. So with that said, I'm not mad at these winners, nor am I with the losers. So with that said, that is our winners and losers for the conference championship, and we will see you guys at the Super Bowl.